Okay, so DEI, has it finally taken a shit? Let's hope so. God, I'm so sick of this crap. It's nice when you see the USA Today, I should say, posting an article about this, an opinion article, but still an article. I read this. Says University of Michigan spent millions on DEI efforts. They failed miserably. Well, divisive, extreme, and intolerant. That's what diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts have become. And conservatives are no longer the only skeptics. The New York Times this month uncovered that the University of Michigan's programs to promote supposed diversity and inclusion at a cost of about $250 million. Wow. Since 2016. Geez, that just goes to show you that they make way too much money at these universities. Instead, fueled campus discord. After years of a heavy emphasis on DEI, Michigan students struggle to engage with peers from different racial, political, or religious backgrounds. Duh. I wonder why. When you make the other side the devil, you're gonna have a hard time talking to them. The Times coverage is a turning point. For years, news outlets dismissed critiques of DEI as racist dog whistles, slurs, and the new Red Scare. Meanwhile, universities and corporations adopted racial considerations in hiring to meet equity goals. University established bias response teams to monitor speech, ostensibly to protect minorities from feeling excluded, but often targeting views they simply disagreed with. And university faculty recruiters used diversity statements to filter applicants based on their political commitments to progressive causes. Well, duh. This is all. God, I don't know why this stuff. It seems like a surprise. It's like, whoa, this shit didn't work. Oh, we spent $250 million and all it did was make people hate each other and not be able to communicate with each other and stuff. Oh, that's weird. Or it's just the act, right? They knew they were doing that, and it's the act. Oh no, we didn't know what we were doing. All these decisions aroused ire from conservative media, but the opposition failed to deal a decisive blow to the movement. The debate around DEI was over values rather than facts, and few people in the mainstream wanted to challenge inclusivity as a value. DEI industry built at least in part on false information, so an entire industry was quietly built by appealing to those values, consisting of DEI consulting firms, authors, and workshops. See, that touches base on something, a key thing to this. It's the grifters. It's the people that are going to jump in on this, on anything, on any cultural wave, on any, new initiative, green initiative, things like that. They're going to jump in on it and just make a ton of money. These are just grifters, right? These are people that start this shit. So they know that, maybe not all of them, but I think most of them know that it's bullshit and they're just going the way the wind blows. They're like, oh, we can make some money on this thing. So they get in there doing workshops and consulting firms. What the fuck is that? You bring people like Robin DiAngelo into your business and she's going to talk about diversity, equity, and inclusion with your very diverse staff. And all it really is going to do is just drive a wedge between them all. It's just stupid. Funny, I brought up Robin DiAngelo. I hadn't read ahead. I was about to talk about it. Individuals like Robin DiAngelo, author of White Fragility, and Ibram X. Kendi, author of How to Be an Anti-Racist, became famous as DEI gurus, charging 5-figure speaking fees to prominent universities and corporations. This past year, it's become increasingly clear that the DEI industry is built at least in part on false information. Consulting firm McKinsey & Co., in a series of reports published since 2015, claimed corporations with more diverse executive teams are more profitable. Even the U.S. military cited McKinsey's results as a justification for investing in DEI. When the study was replicated in March with another sample of firms, it turned out that the original findings didn't hold up. In fact, McKinsey's methodology was flawed because it couldn't demonstrate a causal link between diversity and profitability. Okay. Wow. Just got to shake your head, man. Like, when did common sense go out the window? How did anybody think that this was going to be a good idea? You listen to that idiot, Ibram X. Kendi, and his just awful ideas. I don't know how anybody could listen to that and go, this is good, real poignant stuff. This will work. It's regurgitated racism with different words. You're talking about segregation and all these different words of like cultural appropriation and all this bullshit like it's a bad thing. We culture appropriate everything. So this idea that you're gonna push this equity and inclusion shit, but then basically segregate people based on their race, their ethnicity is just nonsense. So I don't know how people didn't see this. Like I said, I just tend to think, this is my leanings on it. I tend to think people are smarter than they act. And I think that's the grift. You act like you're dumb. You act like you don't know. But we're just doing for the good of everyone. We're just jumping on this. But realistically, it's just to line your pockets. So fuck you all. Coming to an end. You bunch of grifters. Go find something else to grift on.